Hey, what's up, you guys?
How's it going?
Welcome to Tuesdays with Rebel. We have a very special guest with us today. His name is Sean Augustine. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yes, you are. Yep.
Awesome. He is with an amazing band. It's called Glass Battles, everyone. And
Glass Battles, indeed.
Yeah. So it's at Glass Battles, right?
It is,
Follow
yeah.
you?
Everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter I don't really use, but I'm there if you want to follow me and see my 3 tweets from 5 years ago.
I love it. I love it. So we are currently live right now on Periscope, Instagram, and Facebook. So shout out to all of you right now for viewing us, and on Facebook for sharing this. Make sure you share this on your platform everywhere. And of course, Instagram is always like the most active, which is really cool. So after we do like an interview, I'm going to ask you guys if you want to ask us some questions. All right. So first off, let's talk about these pants. Like,
Yes.
I freaking love these pants.
I got these from a fellow artist. His name is Bronco, actually. He gave them to me for my Comic-Con show last week, so I have naturally been wearing them every day since pretty much. So.
Would you mind like standing up and showing everybody like the amazing?
These are my motocross pants.
Oh my
These
god.
are the back of the pants.
And I heard that they killed at the event, right?
Yes, it was awesome. Now, we played this Comic-Con after party on this yacht. It was great just to see everybody in costumes and kind of having a good time, so it was nice.
Nice. Did they think you were kind of like doing anime or?
I don't know, well, on the street everyone's like, you look like Evil Knievel or whatever, so like I think people thought I was doing cosplay the entire time, but you know, I mean, that's fine. It was like the one time too. It felt like Halloween, so I kind of like felt, you know, definitely didn't feel out of place. It
Felt
was,
appropriate.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I like that fringy jacket you wore too.
Yeah, I was gonna wear that today, but it's like 92 degrees out.
Yeah, way too hot. Way too hot right now. But so yeah, how many numbers did you do at Comic-Con?
The turnout, or how many songs?
Yeah.
We just did like a 5-song set, so we could do a little bit smaller than usual.
That's cool.
And we were kind of sandwiched in between a bunch of really great hip-hop artists, but like that was kind of like, I didn't know if the crowd was gonna be like, what the hell is this? Because it was like all rap music, and then we kind of like jumped in the middle, we're like doing like spooky, you know, like pop rock. So, but it was actually like everybody was like in the perfect frame of mind.
Yeah.
The company was called Bud Trader, so everybody was also
A little bit high.
a little bit high, so that worked out in our favor, so it was really nice.
Yeah, I like high audiences.
Yeah, any kind of intoxication.
High/drunk.
Exactly.
Is always the best. So you performed all your original material, right?
Yeah, all
'Cause
original, yeah.
You write and produce all your own music.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Which I really respect. I love artists that do that.
Yeah.
Because it feels more like we're getting who the artist really is and not
For
like
sure.
a manufactured.
Yeah, I mean, because there's one thing, like, I mean, and there's more power to artists that actually work with a lot of people as well, but for me, it's like, if people don't like my music, or if they don't appreciate what I do, at least I know that they, like, truly hate me, as opposed to just kind of
yes.
like, I'd rather be hated for that than kind of, hated or loved based on something that somebody else created, so for the time being, it's just me producing everything, and then it's basically my solo act, but I do have my live band members for live shows and stuff, so.
Great. Did you bring your live band to Comic-Con?
I did, yeah. Well, I brought my bassist and my drummer, because it's just getting everybody to go down there ended up being more of like, because we had 2 days to find out. They literally hit me up on Wednesday. They're like, do you want to play Comic-Con? I was like, sure. I was like, when's that?
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, I was freaking out, like, who can drive?
Hey, I'm going. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was
like,
nice. I mean, it would have been great to like have everybody there, but I think honestly, like, you do what you can in the last minute, so.
Yeah. Well, if you have the drummer, I feel like that's like...
Oh, for sure.
Pumps up everything just automatically.
Yeah, drummer, and then my bassist. Well, my bassist Patrick is also my guitarist as well, and he's like a maniac on both. He's also my business partner. We just opened our own music production company called Secret Soup Productions.
Ooh, cool.
And so we work with a lot of awesome artists as well. He's an engineer and a musician and a songwriter as well. So we kind of like fit like we cover a lot of bases together. So
that's great.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah, 'cause I think your production is really strong.
Thank you.
And that's who you're collaborating with.
For I produce everything for my stuff, but well, as of right now, as we put the business together like a couple of months ago, it went live. So now we're beginning the process of collaborating together on Glass Battles music too. But he's got like an amazing mind as well. He comes from a very kind of a much more, I feel like, I'm trying to put this like a happier perspective, so it's nice to have that balance because I feel like I'm always coming from like this like dark, spooky, and I'm like minor chords everywhere.
Yes.
But, like, but he's we balance each other out for sure.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I definitely have a dark side as well.
Yeah.
It's hard to make a happy song.
Yeah, well, it's also more fun because even villains, like Disney villains or like super villains, are always
Right.
more fun than they are than than the actual heroine is. But
yeah, my favorite character is Catwoman, not Batman.
Seriously, yeah, mine too. That's why I have a song called Pfeiffer because I'm obsessed with Michelle Pfeiffer and Catwoman.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we totally. That's our common like,
exactly. That's a good way to
spirit
bond.
animal.
Catwoman
is Michelle Pfeiffer, especially in that film.
Yeah.
I became a gymnast because of that film.
Oh, for sure.
So I can do those backflips.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, as you guys know, I went to this amazing festival called the Love Loud Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And on it, there was Dan Reynolds from Glass Battles. Oh, sorry, that's you.
I'm like, my
I'm
name
like,
now, Dan Reynolds.
I know. I like, well, you're both like very handsome, so that's why I thought of that right now. But yeah, Dan Reynolds, you kind of have a vibe like him.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of you as well. He's in Imagine Dragons, and he puts together this really big concert for LGBT youth.
Yeah. I think I saw your post on it, but yeah, continue that.
My several posts.
Yeah,
I like
awesome.
I overshare.
No, that was so good. You have to. I saw
Really?
you were like taking the truth. I was like, I wish I was there.
Yeah, I think we should go.
Yeah.
I definitely think that we should be connected on that because to perform and also to speak. I was there just as a VIP guest, but next year I definitely want to participate, get on that stage. I mean, it was packed with people, and all with a really great message for LGBT equality and whatnot. And have you always been like open about your sexuality and your music, or about talking about
pretty
things?
much. I mean, because I think years ago when I decided I was just going to do music with like no musical expertise, it just was like, I'm going to teach myself production programs. I think in my mind, I was like, well, I'm not going to talk about it necessarily. And I think, I'm happy to talk about it. And I think a lot of some of the best reception I've gotten have been from LGBTQ publications and that kind of thing, and I think that they've just been very accepting of the music from the beginning. And they're also just, to me, like when it comes to pop music, that is like the one community that you just want to get in with too, because they just have that kind of sixth sense when it comes to they get it in so many ways, and because I am a part of it and because they've been so supportive, there's no reason for me to not be equally, if not more, supportive as well, just because representation's everything.
Yeah, and I feel like with you, your music comes first more than your sexuality.
For sure, yeah.
Which is fine, which is amazing. That's what we're here to do. We're here to share our art, to share our music and our perspective. So I like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you came on board with all this stuff, it'd be great for you too, because we need representation on all types of.
Of course, yeah, from like
artists.
every arena. And I feel like for me too, I've always been attracted to like the universal relatability of pop music, or just like good songs in general too. So it's not that I will never do anything specifically in any realm of sort of my viewpoints on everything, but I think for now I just really want to be able to create an experience that is important and meaningful to me, that other people can relate to on different levels, instead of just like, this is about me, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of want it to be a shared experience for anybody that can,
That is so true. That is so true. Like, I saw a couple of acts that performed. I'm not going to name names, but it felt like their music was more garnered towards their own personal experience and what they're going through, which is great. We love artists like that. But I could also see a big difference between Dan Reynolds, and his music was just universal, just appeal, which is super important for us as artists to kind of balance that scale of not going overly personal with your life.
I think it can be alienating almost to be a little too personal with things, just because people do want to get to know you, but people also want to feel included, and they don't want to feel like they're just kind of
marginalized.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, you guys. So Elena's supposed to be here any moment, Elena Nazaroff, and she's going to give us a free style makeover. Not that he needs one, but like a style whatever transformation for our guest. But until then, we can take maybe some questions from you. I'm going to do some shout outs here. Erin Henriksen is watching. Hey, what's up, Erin? I love Erin. Erin is Madonna's makeup artist.
Oh, nice. I cannot believe that you can actually read this from here. By
I
the
know.
way,
I
so
have like major crazy vision.
blind. So whatever you say is happening is I will completely go with.
Okay. Let's get closer here. It says, Peter, are you in a theater, guys? Asking because of all the clothes in the background. Oh my gosh, I should mention where we are. Okay, we are at Ivan Bitton Style House. Let me come back now. We are currently at Ivan Bitton Style House in Hollywood, which is a fantastic place that Elena Nazaroff, my art director, she works at the upstairs level. And Ivan, you know, he owns all of this, and he gets to work with all of the celebrities in LA. He's super connected and amazing, and apparently he's going to come up and join us for our talk.
Oh, great. Yeah, I saw him downstairs when I was coming up.
Did you get to meet him?
Yeah. He's super, super sweet.
Yeah, he's super sweet, and he has a personality for days.
Yeah.
Like, so funny.
Yeah.
So Ivan Bitton Style House here in Hollywood. And shout out to Timothy Tristan. He's giving lots of heart bubbles.
Hi, Tim.
Do you know Tim?
Yeah. I've known him for almost 10 or 11 years, I think, actually.
That's
Because I met
awesome.
him just when I first moved here. He was a friend of ours, or mutual friend of ours, and then we just reconnected like maybe 6 months ago. So.
Okay, I think all roads lead to Timothy Tristan.
Pretty much, Timothy Tristan, you are the destination.
Yes, like literally, I met Timothy at a yoga studio. His sister is really great. I love all the Tristans.
Yeah.
I met them at a yoga studio, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to take my class, my dance class?" So I took his dance class, and it was so much fun and amazing. And from then, like, we became super friends, and he introduced me to one of my managers, and then he just he's hooked me up so much. So we both love you, Timothy Tristan. Welcome back to LA. He's also
don't go back to Alaska, please.
Don't
It
go to
seems
Alaska.
beautiful, but confusing.
Stay here and choreograph and art direct here.
Yeah, he actually just did he did choreography to my first single, All Hearts, that came out like a couple of years ago. I just went up to the Valley because he's just putting together like a series of like sort of dance vignettes, and like this amazing group of dancers got together and did it. And it's just surreal to watch that kind of thing too, because you know, you want to like also want him to jump in, but that would have been terrible for everyone if I did that. But
you don't dance?
I mean, I do, but I just feel like not to the skill level that Timothy and his dancers had, for sure. It just kind of would have been a lot of elbows and
and thumbs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I mean, Timothy and I go way back too. He choreographed a couple things for me. He did some stuff for Star, one of my tracks called Star. He did Somebody That I Used to Know, the cover I did. We produced a video together. I mean, and he's just always been there for me. It's so good to have friends.
Yeah.
And who love you and are not jealous of you.
Oh, for sure.
They just want you to grow and everything.
And it's rare out here. I feel like I don't think people are usually jealous off the bat, but I think that there's like a competitive nature because everybody wants to be successful, but I think that a lot of people don't understand that it's a lot easier to be successful when there's like mutual support from people that you're also in the same pool with or even different pools with, just because you never know how you can help each other instead of being like, well, I'm going to be bigger than blah 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 blah, like, because you're just focusing on just it's bull. So I feel like you can.
Yeah. I had to learn that. I had to learn how to.
Oh, for sure, me too.
Play well with
I'm
others.
pretending I'm very, very zen now, but this is coming from years of me being a
lots
little
of therapy.
prick.
Little prick. Yeah, I had to do lots of soul searching too, because like if you grow up in Hollywood, you're taught to be a hunter.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You know, you have to be a hunter.
Yeah.
Not the prey.
Right.
And it's like there's like an opportunity, you hunt.
Yeah.
And you go for it. But as I've gotten older and more like been in this industry for so long, I have learned that you cannot survive without collaboration.
Oh, for sure.
Like you cannot survive, especially in this climate where everything is super independent and everything depends on who it is. It's like a double marketing.
Yeah.
Like when you collaborate with other people, it's like automatically
that cross
my
pollination.
my PR becomes your PR, your PR becomes my PR. My red carpet events become your red carpet events.
Yeah.
My like every magazine interview we do, it's a collaboration.
Yeah.
Right?
And it doesn't really ever take away from what you're doing. I mean,
no.
that took me a long time to figure that out too. It's just because and I think it's also just becoming comfortable with what you do, because when I first started out, obviously I was insecure because, I had no idea what my reception was going to be like or if I was going to be even any good. So I think that kind of like, you immediately like want to be like, I am the best, but like,
yeah, you like, I have to do this
right.
pop up.
Yeah, exactly, power pose, yeah. Exactly.
So what is your new single? Tell everybody your new single.
So my new single is actually on pre-sale now. So if you go to Glass Battles on Instagram, my link is in the bio for it. It's called Lime Green, and it comes out August 10th. And I really would love for you guys to check it out. I don't have, there's a sample there's like one that looks like a swimming pool, a video on my Instagram if you want to check it out. It has like a little clip of the song, but it's honestly, it's one of, I'm probably the most proud of it so far because it's the first single from my upcoming album. I'm going to tell you guys what the title is in a few weeks once the single comes out of the album, but it's been like a cliched labor of love, as everybody says, but it's been wonderful. So I feel like it's kind of the most authentically Glass Battles music that I've had to date. So then this first single is going to be super dope. So.
I love the title, Lime Green.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's like one of my favorite colors of all time.
Yeah, me too.
I used to go to school when I was a kid in like not college, in junior high, and I would wear elementary school. I would wear like these lime green shoes every day to school, and everybody teased me. Everybody called me names. Everybody said I was like, screw you guys! Like I love these shoes.
Right.
These lime green. I became like the lime green shoe kid.
Yeah, it was.
So
this
weird.
interview was meant to be just in general, just from
because.
elementary school, from its inception. But,
I know, right? Like, what is lime green about? Like, that's such an interesting title.
So basically, I don't know. Like it is also one of my favorite colors. I think the song itself is like an abstraction of obsession with somebody, in a way where you're obsessed to the point where you no longer even need them there in order to like find pleasure. It's like a self-pleasure, sexual obsession thing with yourself. 2018 alien ghost sex. So
yeah, it's like that's where we're at in our culture.
Exactly. Yeah.
People are creating relationships sometimes without even.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But,
and I feel like when you're really when you are so wrapped up in the idea of somebody, I think honestly even just the thought of them is kind of all you need. And I think everybody has become so self-sufficient with like social media and like self-promotion that it's sort of like it's a subversive way of looking at self-promotion as well. So
right. It's so true.
So very simple concept.
Very, very simple.
Very straightforward.
And I think we're gonna possibly make a video for this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Elena, which is really super exciting.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited just to see what people think of this too, because it's a little bit more different than
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil wears Prada. Elena.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Elena Nazaroff.
Good to see you.
See you. How are you?
So,
you look good.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Right?
Oh,
These
yeah.
pants are amazing.
You're very naked, darling.
Yeah. I'm feeling skinny today, so I wanted to show off my Pilates body.
It's like you don't feel skinny any other days.
No.
Because the other days is not the same.
But here's the thing: is I took my own Pilates
Hi, guys.
class. You look fabulous.
I know, look at those colors. It's
I
so
took
pretty.
my own Pilates class. Like,
You took your own
I took my
Pilates class?
own.
How is
Yeah.
that?
So basically, I did what I do to them, with them, and
To
it was
yourself.
to myself, and it was freaking hard. It was so hard. Like every muscle in my body is sore, like my arms and my inner thighs, my butt, my abs. So I'm just like, I just want to show it off.
Every time I see you, I want to go to Pilates class.
Oh
Right
my
now, I would do it for like
Yeah,
6 hours
seriously.
straight.
We'll start Pilates right now, you guys.
Yeah. Well, next week I kind of want to invite like someone to do like Pilates.
Next week, I
live.
think you should do a Pilates
A
live.
little Pilates
Yeah.
live class.
Well,
We
it's not
just
me
got-
next week. It's be a lot of screaming for like 10 minutes. So.
No, seriously, I took once Ricky's class and I was in pain. Like even muscles in my neck, I think was in pain. Like every muscle, like you know, like this.
Exactly the way I feel.
was like moving, very.
I feel that right now. I'm like
Very
every
shit
day.
moving. I
like-
wish your clothes at Beverly Hills and I'd come
I know
every
you
day.
want a Beverly Hills location. Right?
Where's your
Really?
Pilates studio?
Hollywood.
It's in Hollywood.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's called Pilates Platinum. Shout out to PilatesPlatinum.com.
Was that awesome?
But there's a Pilates studio right here, like a room.
I know.
We could rent that room.
If we can rent that room, yeah.
Yeah.
Once we bring everybody who wants to take your class here.
Yeah, just like it's probably $35 in the rent. We could do that.
Yeah, awesome. I like it. But don't you need? Yeah, they have machines already.
Yeah, they have everything there. I
That's
think
what we're gonna discuss.
we should
today.
knock on the door. But this is Elena Nazaroff,
Oh, yeah,
my
hi,
art
guys.
director, my everything. Okay,
Oh.
she's my style fashion guru, and she styles me for red carpet events. She helps.
Which we have one today.
We have one today. It's called Death of a Nation, the movie. I'm so excited. It's a little
Yes.
political. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Is it about us?
Is it? Yes, it's about the,
Also,
it's
Junior,
about
really
the
what's
USA.
happening?
It's about the US, and I'm gonna wear this really cool Ricky Rebel
American
Renaissance
flag.
Astrofighter one. Yeah, he gave me an American flag one with an eagle. By the way, I'm wearing Ricky Rebel Renaissance. You can find this on my shop, rickyrebelrocks.com/shop. And we also have like these really cute like bracelets and earrings. So please check out that shop. But yeah.
What was your subject before I arrived?
Well, we were talking about giving him a makeover, but I said he already looked really fabulous. But at the same time,
yeah, maybe you should think about that. But you can talk.
I'm your guinea
Transformation.
pig, whatever you guys
Oh,
want to
awesome.
do, yeah.
So you can just talk about music and I maybe look around and
All right.
figure out some cool outfits or present as a show. Because we decided to split it in two kind of. It's music and fashion, and music means
Absolutely.
fashion. And
Yeah,
maybe,
it's
All
cool.
right. Okay, I'm gonna go look for outfits.
Cool.
Nice to see everyone, and then I come back and we do makeover.
Yes, I saw a lovely pink dress by the door. So.
Do you want to go there?
We can go there too. You know,
Have
we're
you
very,
ever done dress?
very
That's a good
open-minded.
No, I have not as a performer or anything. I think I've done it literally watching RuPaul's Drag Race with a friend once. I had a Halloween makeup and I was just kind of like, and he was like, no, and I was like, yes. And so we just kind of did it on each other, and it was all right. I was impressed with my skills. It's definitely not my expertise.
Oh,
though,
you
so.
have makeup skills.
Very, very, very slight Halloween makeup skills. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I think good drag queens have good Halloween skills.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I have like Halloween skills. I have like just regular,
Yeah.
girly
Yeah.
vibe makeup. You know, but the ones who are like super creative, like the super drag queen, they know how to get like just like literally paint.
Yeah.
Like a big paint thing, you do all this stuff. Like, I don't know how to do that yet, but
Not yet, but that's what we're gonna do today too. That's
Yay!
my Halloween makeup. That's good.
So let's talk about music, shall we? What is your favorite band that's inspired you to be you?
Anybody that knows me is gonna be rolling their eyes because they know what I'm gonna say already. But my favorite band, like of all time, is Garbage from the '90s, like Shirley Manson. She's just, I don't know, she's my go-to
Another
icon.
spirit animal of ours.
Michelle
Like,
Pfeiffer and Shirley Manson.
damn, we have a lot in common. I
I had a
didn't
really
even
good
realize
dinner
that.
actually. Imagine just like the two of them.
Oh, that would be amazing. I met Shirley Manson
Oh, yeah?
actually. Yeah, and I got to talk to her a little bit in
Mhm.
depth. She's amazing.
She is incredible. Yeah.
She has that accent.
Yeah, Scottish.
Yeah.
I would try to attempt it, but I'm not going to.
I don't wanna do it.
myself. But,
Get in my belly.
right. Exactly.
Baby without the ribs.
Yeah, Garbage. Anything from the late '90s too, like the industrial when like things were like super super heavy. I really loved too. And then
Mhm.
I also loved
Trent.
Yeah, Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails, Smashing
Uh-huh.
Pumpkins, Hole. Like I think all of these amazing people. And also just it was a really great platform for women too at that time, just because I feel like there was not like such an impetus for women to be like, I'm sexy, I'm pretty, you know, I'm a sex kid. But
And
like,
then there wasn't this whole like movement. Like they didn't do like a big
yeah.
Me Too movement. It's just they just lived it.
Yeah.
They weren't protesting through, you know, pussy hats. They were actually protesting through art and
Mhm.
music and didn't talk about it. They just did it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
it's
they lived it.
so hopefully, I mean, like that. I've always been inspired by that, you know, decade of music, and then I really love Dragonette. And I love Robin. Robin's new single's also coming out today, I think.
Oh,
Actually,
really?
I'm like, here you go, Robin. I know that you're gonna need this promotion a lot
I know.
from me. This will really help boost your single, but you know,
Robin's great.
Yeah.
I grew up sort of with that.
Yeah.
With Robin.
Yeah.
She was the first Britney. Really.
yeah, for sure.
She had
now
that one
she
song
is
that was like,
just- yeah.
Uh,
Do you know what it takes? Or Show Me Love?
Show Me Love. That was the jam. That was the jam.
Yeah.
Max Martin.
Max Martin.
So yeah, we have definitely had that connection. Garbage. I listen to Garbage to this day, like
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
Growing up, they helped me through a lot of crap. I remember being on tour in Europe, and I felt very lonely. I was in a
Mhm.
pop group called No Authority,
Mm-hmm.
and shout out to my pop group boys. I love you tons, but I felt very isolated and very lonely a lot of the times because, like, my they love to party.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Which is I found out is a very important key way to become famous. Like you have to party, you have to network. But at the time I came from like the gymnastics world, the heavy like regimen, like you go to bed at a certain time, which I still do. But like, you know, I didn't want to party, I didn't want to do all that stuff, so I felt a lot of times isolated. So the only thing that got me through a lot of that was Shirley Manson's music and Garbage. I really like related to the lyrics especially.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's definitely, she's got this like air of super relatable, kind of like light miserableism, and just kind of, it's very, you know, it's very direct. And I feel like that's what I've always appreciated with any artist that like comes from a really direct place, even if I don't necessarily agree like in their lyrics, or I just don't understand their viewpoint. It's still refreshing to me to hear someone like really kind of offer something that you don't necessarily hear all the time, because you know, the music industry is like, it is saturated right now, so it's really tough to kind of like put your personal stamp on something. You have to really kind of push to do that. So any artists out there, I'd like urge you, please, if you're making music, or if you're a dancer, if you're a writer, if you feel something authentic and you feel like it's not going to be well received because you're afraid of it not being seen as commercial, like don't listen to those voices in your head. Just do whatever feels authentic to you, because that could be the very thing that the music industry is like missing or lacking. And it's, you know,
because that's what makes you separate from the pack, right? Is doing your own thing. It's the only way you become, quote, innovative. If you're constantly following trends, constantly following like, oh well, everybody's doing dubstep now, let's all do dubstep, and by the time you get onto that bandwagon, it's already happened, and we're already moved on to somebody else who had the courage to do whatever it is that they were authentically wanted to do in the first place. My favorite music that I saw at the Love Loud Fest was Zed.
That's so amazing.
I was blown away by his presence on that stage. Because normally you don't think of a DJ being like super showman, like but he had them by the balls. Like,
oh, for sure.
It was amazing. And then the music, how it enraptured the whole stadium, and like the way he moved from one song to the next so fluidly, and
the way he produces too, like, cause he's certainly not underrated by any means, because he's well known, but like there's just like a very particular, when he works with other artists, like he doesn't try to like completely steamroll whatever the artist is doing. Like when he worked with Lady Gaga and Art Pop, and like his production is like so amazing, because it's just like it's very commercial. It does sound a lot like a lot of EDM music, but there's like something so particular and specific about the way he does it that is just like, and I feel like that's the authenticity thing. So he's Zed, you are fucking awesome. And
we love you. You're dope. Everybody was going off. Everybody went off. They went off. Okay, so any questions from people? Let me see. We got a Buffy Cook. Ricky, did you meet Maxwell Poth and Luke Fontana at Love Loud Fest? And yes, I did. I got to hang out with little Maxwell Poth. He's like this big, but he's what you call a pocket gay.
Yeah, he's a twin, right?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know. But he's freaking cute as hell. Shout out to Maxwell. He's so cute and so talented. Like his photos are ridiculous. Like,
and then Luke Fontana is a photographer and videographer as well, right?
Luke, I don't know if I met him though. I don't know if he was there.
His work is amazing too. He's
really
got a kind of and I think I'm thinking of the right person. He's got this kind of like crazy Western aesthetic in person, so but he's just got this amazing eye for just photography and
for
visuals.
everything. I mean, you can totally tell a great photographer from like a just not great photographer. I mean, period.
That is the statement of the day.
Thank you. Let's see. Glitter Girl Lash. Love your pants. They're awesome. That's what first caught my attention.
Oh, thank you so much.
Love your pants.
Thank you.
They are
them whenever you like.
They are amazing. Motocross.
Thank you so much.
Let's see. Ronnie, I'm enjoying this so much. Ronnie Bay, thank you on Facebook. Make sure you share this with everybody. Vine Claudie, what do you like about each other the most? Aw, B, I love B.
Nice question.
What do you like about each other the most?
Here, I'll go first with you. What I really like is, I think that there's been like a consistent choice and execution to just really being. There's not a lot of artists I know that are like you. You know what I mean? There's that really specific thing. It's really amazing. It's engaging. It's very, you know, like there's a quality to your performance style-wise as well, that is just very much something you don't get all the time, and that's a 100% amazing positive thing. And I think that your ability to be able to do that consistently is a lot more work than I think people realize, because like, you know, there's so many times that you can be taken in one direction or another because of so many like outside influences. But I think with your music, I think with your amazing sense of style, and of course Elena's help sometimes, you know, it's just everything is, you know, it's super original, and that's what I like about you. You're super original.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm blushing. Yeah, I've had to fight, like you say. I've had to fight for my own independence.
Yeah.
Everything about like what I'm doing now is about like freedom of expression, freedom to be my own person. Even if you disagree with me or whatever, I still have to be authentic. You know, because I have been through the gamut of like managers and producers who've like dragged me from this way to this thing. You're this, you're a rocker, you're U2 Bono, you're this, you're everything that I didn't want to be.
Of course, everybody's projections on you. Yeah.
And then even me, my own self, had to fight like, oh, you're Madonna. I'm like, no, I'm not even that. Like, I'm rebel. Like, I'm me. And I had to go through so many different
evolutions
and like heartache. But then you come to realize that we were talking about at the very beginning, the best way to go for artists is your own vision, your own thing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I like about you. I like kind of several things. So number one, I like your image. Like, I think you have this James Dean vibe, like Hollywood actor, like movie. You like a movie actor face, like totally.
Thank you very much.
Very, very handsome. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, and it's like very marketable and very like I don't know. You can just do so much with that, with your look and with your vibe. I saw you perform at the Peppermint Club, and you were like doing this little like slithery move. I don't know. I loved it. It was like Jim Morrison vibe.
Yeah, Jim Morrison, Voldemort, just kind of
Voldemort put together, like, because Jim Morrison, I think, is what I'm kind of getting that vibe. It's like he's just so handsome, like so sexy, right? And that's like kind of like what I'm feeling from you, that vibe. And number two, I like your voice a lot.
Thank you.
I love your voice, actually. How you can go from this range, you've got this and you've got the higher frequencies of the range, which is not easy to do. It's not easy to keep up. It's like anything. It's like a baseball player. If you don't sing right, you're gonna injure yourself. You're out of the game.
Yeah. For
People
sure.
don't understand.
That's something I need to also kind of keep in mind all the time, because I think singing lessons and vocal lessons are like extremely important in order to even to just maintain what you already have. Just because there's some like, even whenever we went to South by Southwest, like a few days in, like after like 12 shows, like you don't have a voice if you're not doing it correctly. So
That's right.
It's just,
It's so important.
Yeah.
You gotta have that discipline.
for sure.
Do you warm up every day?
Of course, yeah. Well, every day,
Good.
no. I think, well, I wish that I warmed up every day, and I probably will from this point, I promise. But it's something that I do whenever I'm recording. I warm up, and I've been recording a lot lately, actually.
Good.
And I'm also because I'm writing for other artists as well. I've been doing a lot of recording demos for them. So
Nice.
it's just one of those things. Like, you kind of really, if you are a singer, don't think it's the quality of tone you have will last forever just by doing everything without doing anything, rather, because you need to take care of it. It's an instrument, so
Yeah. If you don't use it, you'll lose it.
exactly.
And you obviously haven't abused it, so you're not really into hard partying and all of that too,
no,
drinking.
no.
I don't see you like that.
No, I don't drink. I used to, and I don't have a problem with anybody that does, obviously, because pretty much all of my friends do. It's something
you
for
would
me.
have no friends then.
Exactly. Seriously, I wouldn't have a lot of friends. Yep, that's for sure. For me, I think honestly, I just need to focus, and I think at the very least in this sort of bubble of time, I can't predict the future. But right now, it's just not for me because I have a lot of work to do, and it's hard to focus and have all the energy. And I feel like people, situations, and so many other creative things require you only have a certain amount of energy each day, and I feel like the more you give that into like your body literally healing from a night out, it's just kind of, it gets tough after a while. And I just found that for me, at least personally, it's just something that I can't do while I'm working because it's insane. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, a shell of a person and be like extremely exhausted all the time. So.
Yeah, and it ages you too. It prematurely ages, so
yeah,
that's a no-no. Okay, we have more questions. Victoria Ham Davies. Ricky, do you buy anything from the Marco fashion show? Did you buy anything from the Marco fashion show you attended on the rooftop a good few months back? Did I attend a Marco fashion show on a rooftop?
That's how you know you have a fun life, when you have to actually think about that for a second. By the way, you're like, did I? Like,
I'm like, I don't remember that, but I probably did. Marco. I had like one Marco pair of undies that he gave me. So yeah, he gave me a pair of underwear, and he always plays my music during his shows because I work with Hector Fonseca, and Hector like spins my music. He remixes my music, which, by the way, "Life Is a Runway" is the new single. So there's the new alpha that I want you guys to go check out my new music video on Ricky Rebel. What is it? Ricky Rebel TV on YouTube. Watch the new alpha, share it with your friends. The views are going up. It's already at 5,000. Let's get it higher. And then we have "Life Is a Runway," which is a song obviously about fashion. Obviously about living your truth, or living, I hate that word. Why did I just say that? Living the truth of what of how you want to live. And expressing yourself. It's about freedom of expression. So that song is coming out soon, all those remixes, so I'm hoping that Marco plays that one, which I'm sure he will for his new Runway.
Life is a Runway.
Yeah, I made it for him specifically.
Right, exactly. You're like, this is about a fashion show, Marco, so...
Feature this song. Hello. And I went to New York. I filmed my video there at New York Pride.
Yeah.
So I was like running around like the streets of New York acting like a crazy man.
No, I remember you said that one video I saw where you're in the middle of the street with like fireworks behind you, and I was like, where are you right now?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
On Insta?
And that was for Life is a Runway?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was for Life is a Runway, and I added guitar on the track, so I produced over it.
Oh, cool.
And I added Dre, because Dre's my new homie. Shout out to Dre King. When? He's probably watching this. We have this thing called When, which means like, when are we gonna start drinking? Which is ironic because I rarely ever drink. But yeah, so I was just running around town and everything, and then at the very end we put this like blast of sparks coming out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, it was fucking crazy, scary. But New Yorkers don't care.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny part about the videos. Like, you saw like people walking by and the cars going by, and they're just like, I have to go home now. They don't even.
I know. They don't even register it. If that would be in LA, everybody would have lost their minds and called the cops.
Right.
But it's looking like, I don't know if we have time. Like, my phone's about to die. Well, at least on Instagram, my phone is like at barely any level here. But we'll take another question. One more. How does going to concerts and seeing other artists help influence your music?
That's a good question. I think influencing the music part, it depends on who you're going to see. Usually, I think, if you're going to see a specific artist you're already a fan of, you probably have some moniker of inspiration from them. I think, though, when seeing different performers perform is like where I get a huge lot of motivation and inspiration from. And a lot of the times I'm like, damn, just because when it's like super impressive, it just makes me want to get up there and do what I do immediately afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just kind of, it gives you that, and also just gives you that when you see something extremely like just well done, you want to be able to recreate that with your own style, and you're like, fuck yes, and you get like super inspired. So I feel like, that's the biggest thing with, seeing any artist that really kills it when they're up there, because it takes a lot of guts, and it's, scary shit sometimes.
Yeah, like I have a much better show when I perform when I watch the other performers before me.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Not because I'm competing with them, but because I go like, oh my god, it's like watching someone, here we go, have sex. And you're like, I want to play.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
let me get my chance.
Yeah, exactly.
they're
Like
literally-
every orgy I've ever been.
Every
to,
orgy
it's
I've ever been, it's the same thing.
How are you guys doing?
Well, we just got to the great subject of sex, but
Great subject of sex.
yeah, but we're about to end it. It's already been like 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
40 minutes.
Oh my God.
Well, we went on.
Did you play the song already?
What song?
Did you sing the song together?
No,
You forgot the song.
I know we're not singing today.
No.
No, we're not singing.
Yeah, we might be singing on something else in the future, but
Yeah, well, we'll have to invite him back for.
we'll do like an entire 45-minute set of songs.
Well, do you play guitar?
I don't. I like rudimentarily play the keys, but not guitar.
All right. Well, I play the guitar, so we'll do like a little
Cool. Yeah, I would love to.
Depeche Mode or Garbage.
Yeah,
we'll do
let's
a garbage
We'll
session.
do a Michelle Pfeiffer session.
Yes.
I wanted to just throw some things on you.
We have to hurry.
Come.
Sure.
All right.
All right. You ready?
I don't know what to drink here.
I'm gonna have a little moment with my fans. Excuse me. All right, you guys. So it's been a super long Tuesdays with Rebel. Thank you for hanging with us, and thank you for joining us. If you are just joining us, we have done an amazing interview with my friend Sean Augustine from Glass Battles, and I just want to tell you about this trip I went on, the Love Loud Fest recently. It was incredible. I got to hang out with amazing LGBT supportive artists. Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons. I got to hang out with Justin Travis. I got to hang out with I Am Parson James, who's a great LGBT type artist, and we just, went around and had a blast. And you were talking about how inspiring it is to watch other performers. Watching Imagine Dragons perform totally blew my mind. He was insanely talented, insanely just expressive of love. That's the best I can describe it. And look who just came into the room.
And who just came into the room?
It's Ivan Bitton, ladies and gentlemen.
Beatles.
You're the best.
Welcome. Sit
Thank
down.
you so much, everybody.
I have to spend some time with this man.
Of course you do.
Yes, Ivan Bitton. This is his style house. It is in Hollywood. It is the best style house.
Look at the beautiful coat.
Look at this
In the
coat.
meantime, look at that coat, everybody.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous from Pakistan,
You're a
honey.
king.
Look, it is just
It's immaculate.
Exquisite.
It's exquisite.
Ah.
Exquisite.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Look at you, Mr.
Yes.
AK-47.